Blind buy safe niche. That's what this is. All right, welcome back. Reviews and more, doing some fragrance stuff. This is Parfums de Marly Layton. This is a niche fragrance. It's expensive. This one was actually a cheap version of it. Not version, I shouldn't say version, because it is a PDM Layton. This was like $212, $215 at Sam's Club of all places. For whatever reason, Sam's Club will get 1 or 2 Parfums de Marly fragrances every year, and they are marked down pretty heavily. And it's the PDMs in particular that are marked down. Like they'll have Creed, but it's like $300. They'll have this, which is even at discounters, $260, $270. They had it like for $215. So almost the price of the membership is kind of taken care of at Sam's Club just by buying one of these. I have also picked up Pegasus from Sam's. That was like under $200 for a full-size 125 ml bottle. Same here, 125 ml bottle of Layton. As far as this fragrance goes, I believe it was released not too terribly long ago. It might be very old. Who knows? I can't remember. Okay, 2016. So it's about 10 years old, but it is considered like one of the best fragrances from the men's side of Parfums de Marly. In particular, it's one where, like, if someone says, hey, I'm thinking of buying my first niche fragrance, they say, get this one, because it's mass appealing, and apparently it's just such a good performer, and it's just apparently a wonderful fragrance. As always, for whatever reason, the more expensive the fragrance, the more boring the box, but I'm not going to judge it too hard. Let's go ahead and get this thing unboxed, take a look at it, and I'll talk about the notes with you while I do that. So the notes in the opening are apple, lavender, bergamot, and mandarin orange. No indication if that's going to be like a sweet citrus. I love the bottles. The bottles just are so iconic. I wish they didn't change them with the new one, but they changed the bottle style, so that's disappointing. But beautiful bottle, like a nice metallic kind of blue to it. Then you get I'll start over. Top notes of apple, lavender, bergamot, and mandarin orange. Middle notes of geranium, violet, and jasmine. I love violet notes. I didn't used to, but they just grow on me really well. Jasmine as well, I like that floral. Base notes of vanilla, cardamom, sandalwood, pepper, and guaiac wood and patchouli. So some nice long-lasting notes in the base. So the way we do it on this channel is we test on paper. I give you my basic interpretation of how those opening notes kind of present themselves on paper. I do the same thing on my skin, and then I'll blip out of existence for a second, then come back in and kind of give you a rundown of how it went wearing it for a few days, how the longevity was, how the projection worked, as well as how the note breakdown appeared over time. Because typically that takes the form of me explaining, hey, this note was really strong, this one was there, but not really there to my nose, just kind of breaking things down, what you can expect in possibly your position if you were to try this. So let's go ahead and spray on paper. Oop, there we go. Nice little atomizer. Is it pressurized? Maybe. It might be pressurized. I'm not sure. Doesn't matter as long as the juice is good and the spray's enough to get on where it needs to go. Okay, I can already smell it. It's very herbal. Comes off herbal. That's interesting. I was expecting sweeter. It's not terribly sweet. That's interesting to me. I was expecting something kind of sweet to come out of it. It's a little spicy almost. One second, I'm gonna test one thing real fast. I'm gonna waste a little bit of juice, kind of get that out. Okay. All right, so what we get from this is honestly spicier than I expected. I was expecting more fruit given the note breakdown, but it's more lavender centric. And like the rest, the fruity notes are kind of there, and it's definitely more of a rindy kind of citrus. It's very masculine, very pleasant, maybe a tinge soapy. Maybe it's got a little bit of that, like kind of that soapy quality to it. But yeah, on paper it's very nice. I'm not getting any of the middle florals or base notes obviously yet because I just sprayed it. But overall, it's very pleasant. And I will say this: in that niche notion, it smells nothing like any other fragrance I have. That lavender in the opening combined with like a bitter kind of rindy citrus is very interesting, and it's good. I should be more clear. It's very nice. It's very pleasant, almost kind of minty. All right, let's go and do it on the skin, see how this goes. All right, let that flash for just a second. I'll put the cap back on just so it can maintain and look pretty for the camera. All right. Let's see how this goes on the skin. Very similar. I'm not getting a whole lot of big difference from skin versus on paper. Maybe it's a little sweeter on skin, I'll say that. It's a little bit, which is to be expected because all those various like apple and citrus, it comes out much faster on skin because skin is so much warmer than just straight paper or even your clothing. Yeah, it's definitely a little more sweet on skin, but I would not say overall it's a sweet fragrance. It's definitely a little more aromatic than I expected. Maybe a little kind of warm spiciness to it. But yeah, it's very pleasant. It's a very masculine fragrance, very pleasant, but also the opening at the very least is very office safe. Not overly simple. I was worried it would be like just a simple blast of fruit, but that's not what it is at all. It's a kind of a spicy, more of a warm, spicy kind of vibe to it. Definitely good for fall, winter, maybe in the spring as well. I wouldn't, based on the opening, I would not say summer, but yeah, that's just nice. It's just a nice, good fragrance. Again, I don't have anything else like it. But yeah, all right, so I'll wear this for a few days. I'll come back, it'll be a blip in time for you, and I'll give you kind of a bigger rundown of what's going on with the fragrance overall. And I'll be right back, guys. Blind Buy Safe Niche. That's what this is. So Blind Buy Safe, Niche, PDM, Layton, Parfums de Marly Layton. It's just excellent. There's no real notes that I have for it unless you're someone who just does not like any kind of spice in their fragrance. This is about as close to a safe blind buy at this price point as you can get. After wearing this many times, I wore it for a few weeks. I wanted to get a nice, good rundown of it. First, let's go with longevity. It lasts all day. You spray it on your wrist, you'll smell it at the end of your workday, at least at the skin scent level. Projection, excellent. 3-4 hours. In the first 2 hours, projects hard. If you overspray, you'll fill a room for a good while, if that's what you want to do. It's also very office safe, inoffensive, spicy cinnamon kind of fresh thing going on there. Perfect for fall and winter. Excellent. As far as the note breakdown, it has the sweetness in the opening, that lavender, apple, bergamot combo with those citruses kind of wears down, the sweetness kind of fades, but you're left with that spiciness, a little bit of florals. You get a little bit of like, someone near me said they thought they kind of smelled cinnamon, even though it's not listed in the notes. That's probably a combination of that lavender plus the cardamom coming out and some of those other herbals in the middle coming out. But just an excellent fragrance. If you're looking to buy somebody like a higher end niche fragrance and you're like, I want to spend money on my husband or my boyfriend, this is a good option. For fall and winter, you're going to get 6 months of wear out of this because you're going to get 2 seasons full out of this. It's not going to just sit on the shelf unused. It's a very nice fragrance. There's a reason why this is probably one of the most popular PDM fragrances out there. I don't have a whole lot of notes other than saying as it does dry down, when you get that final base note, you get like a nice vanilla woodsy kind of thing going on. It's not a it's a picture, shouldn't say picture, imagine a dry vanilla. Not a powdery vanilla, but a dry vanilla. That vanilla combo with the sandalwood, a little bit of pepper in there as well. Just a beautiful overall, from start to finish kind of fragrance. And in the morning when you spray it, that opening sweet salvo of lavender and the spices, it's just invigorating. It's a very invigorating, pleasant fall winter fragrance. So that's all I got to say about it. Not much else to add. I highly recommend. This is one of those ones that's like, hey, it's an easy dumb reach off the shelf fall and winter time. Perfect gift idea for your husband or boyfriend or father who likes fragrances but doesn't want to spend the money. This is the one where you're like, hey, I'm going to buy this and do something special for my special someone. So perfect option for gifts and such. So yeah, that's PDM Layton, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, ask a question in the comments if you have one. I'll try to get back to you, and have a great day.